Hey you guys, welcome to Alive. I'm gonna give it a few minutes for you guys to come in, and we're gonna have a story time real fast. So yeah, also if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe so that you can become a part of the Mystic Tribe, you guys. Hi. Hey, hey friends. Hello. Hey, hey, Night Owl Gang. What y'all doing? Hi. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I just recorded. It's happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Julissa. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, 111. Thank you. Okay. So let me tell y'all, I was going back and forth with myself on whether or not I was going to do this story time. Like, because I'm real secretive. I ain't lying. Like, people think that Leos are just like, we like attention and shit. We really the most low-key ass people. For real. Like, I swear. Did you? Thank you. But I was playing with my cards on trying to figure out what I'm going to have this story time with y'all. And bravery, open up and speak up came out. I was like, okay, Spirit. And Spirit is like, yep, they listening. So let's talk about it. All right. So I'm going to try to like remember as much as possible what happened. And I guess maybe some of y'all have went through the same thing, or I guess just kind of like as awareness or whatever. So anywho, a couple days ago I did a reading and I said that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Okay. And I was saying like I was gonna have a story time with you guys and tell y'all something that happened to me. So I had been manifesting for a while, okay? And normally, my manifestations are good. If I manifest something, it'll come in, no problem. But I was just like literally telling my ancestors, I was saying how it seemed like when I manifest for others, it comes in so fast. But it's like when I was manifesting for myself, it was like drag. And I'm like, damn, what's going on? You know? I was doing like ceremonial work for people and it would hit. And then I do it for myself. I'm like, what the hell is going on? All right. So I guess when I said that to my ancestors, that kind of sparked something in them. And I remember a day before I had this dream that I'm going to tell you guys about. I was sitting in my bed, and mind you, this happened like 2 weeks ago. I was sitting in my bed and I was pulling oracle cards for myself, and that's something like I normally do. I'll pull and I'm just kind of getting like, what is it that I need to know? Maybe like a 7-day forecast for myself. Just asking my spirit team, what don't I see coming? Oh, I love you too. Thank you. What don't I see coming? And if you guys don't do that, that's something you should do. Like I've been able to like spot things before it happened and kind of like dismantle it. Okay. So anywho, I pulled oracle cards for myself, and wait. I pulled oracle cards for myself, and wise elder came out, and spying. And I was like, damn, I wonder what that means. And at first I was like, well, maybe my ancestors are spying on me. But then my spirit guide was like, girl, that don't make sense. We always around you. I'm like, yeah, true. That don't make sense. So the next night, one of my ancestors, she energetically came and got me, and she took me to something that kind of looked like a town hall meeting in where my ancestors are, okay? And nobody knew that I was there. She cloaked me, all right? She knew I was there, and I think there was like another feminine ancestor. She knew I was present, but nobody else knew I was there. And there was this masculine energy. He looked like a pastor, and he was standing like on a podium. You know those podiums that pastors stand on, okay? And him and one of my female ancestors were arguing. Okay. Him and one of my ancestors were arguing. And she was trying to like pretty much tell him like, we caught you up on some bullshit. And I heard the masculine ancestor, he was like, that's not true. That's not what happened. And then he said, I never had nothing but the best intentions for her. I never had nothing but the best intentions for her. I always wanted nothing but the best for her. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what did y'all just bring me into? Why are y'all arguing? Like, they was arguing, okay? Well, so he had like this very like dominating, overpowering energy. So he was like trying to like overtalk her and just kind of like overpower the situation. The ancestor that was pretty much presenting some type of evidence to him, when she looked me dead in my eyes, and she was just kind of like, yeah, I digress. Like, she just kind of like fell back. And they took me back to myself, and I sat up in my bed, and I was like, oh my God, like, what the fuck is going on? Why are y'all arguing? Like, you know, I'm talking to my ass. I'm like, what is going on? Right? So she told me, and I'm saying she, I do know her name, but I'm not gonna say her name. She said, get the cards and pull the cards, and I'm finna tell you what's going on. And I was like, okay. I pulled cards, y'all. My fucking heart dropped. I started crying. Like, I was so hurt. And pretty much my masculine ancestor he had been sabotaging me. He had been doing things behind the scenes to block certain blessings and opportunities from coming in my life, okay? He was doing this because I'm a woman. He was extremely misogynistic. During the time when he was alive, women couldn't even have bank accounts type. So, you know, so imagine his mind frame. He was still this way in the spirit realm, okay? He was still this way in the spirit realm. And he was blocking me. He was blocking blessings and blocking some manifestations and just like things that was supposed to have already came in my life. He was fucking blocking it. He didn't like the fact that I'm the chosen one in my bloodline. He don't like the ranking, the authority that I have. He don't like any of the fucking spiritual gifts that I have. And the fact that he was a pastor. He also don't like the fact that I am a tarot card reader and that I'm a psychic. He hates that shit, okay? So he used the little bit of authority that he had, and he started blocking me, okay? So remember the oracle card that said wise elder and spying. The matriarch had been investigating. Once I told them, I'm like, y'all, something's up. I don't know what's going on. It just seemed like something is dragging. Like, I don't know what's going on. They investigated. And this is like how they found this out. So they cloaked me and brought me to the meeting where they confronted him. He didn't know I was there. Okay. He didn't know I was there. And once I got myself together, because I'm not gonna lie, my little feelings was hurt, okay? I said, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing. I said, I'm going to go ahead and petition the divine council. And I asked my ancestor, I said, okay, I know I'm the chosen one. How much pull do I have? Okay. And she was like, you can do whatever you want, because you know you're here representing us. Okay, we're living good because of the sacrifices that you're making. Okay, we're getting blessings because you going through warfare constantly, you know, breaking generational curses and things. What do you need us to do? I said, I want him removed. I need him stripped. I need him removed from my ancestral panel. Okay, the ancestral court. I don't need him making no more decisions for me. I need him removed. If you have to do it forcefully, do it forcefully. I need him removed. And then the more I got to thinking about this shit, the more it fucking pissed me off. Okay. So I said, I'm finna petition the heavenly courts, because at this point I'm fucking livid. So I did a ceremony and I petitioned the divine council. And I told them what the fuck is going on and that I need a thorough investigation done on him to see what else have he sabotaged, what else was he blocking. And I also, my ancestors told me that he had also been doing this to other women in my family that are still alive, who are like, they don't even know why certain blessings and opportunities wasn't coming in for them. It was because of his yamp ass. It was because of him. Okay. So I told the council, I said, I also need reparations for any of the other women in my family who ever missed out on an opportunity and a blessing because he was blocking it. Okay, he didn't want to see them get anything, break a curse, be the first woman to do anything in my family, and I need reparations for them as well. But I need you to give this back to them 1,000-fold. Okay, so once I put this in and I got clearance, got confirmation that the heavenly courts agreed. The ancestor that always be around me, I noticed she wasn't around me for like 2 days. There was like another ancestor that was sent in to like guard me and talk to me. Like, they take shifts. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like my ancestors take shifts to be around me, because somebody's always like trying to come at me spiritually. So they literally take shifts with me. Okay. Especially depending on what you're sent here for, you're going to need like around the clock protection. So I noticed that the guardian that I had was somebody that was a little bit different. Okay. And that's because she was in spiritual court. She was in court, and the other ancestors that had kind of figured it out, they were in court too. Okay. So this was like a 2-day spiritual court process. All right. Once they were done and they pretty much came to like a conclusion or whatever, this ancestor was sentenced to spiritual prison, which that's a real thing. What broke my heart even fucking more was that there were 2 other ancestors, not my personal ancestor. No, like the one that be around me all the time, not her. Hold on, you guys. Give me a second. All right, y'all, I'm sorry about that. All right. So there were 2 other ancestors that were involved. And what broke my heart, y'all, they wasn't involved with him, but it came out that they had done things as well to block me. Okay. And they were women. They were also sentenced to spiritual jail as well. These two ancestors, the women, they were not of the light. Okay, they wasn't even getting offerings or any fucking thing from me. Like, they were just pissed off and just mad and jealous and just envious. So, you know, it was found out that they were sabotaging me too. Okay, they were doing things too. So they got sent to spiritual jail too. I told the council, I was like, you know, I do agree that they do need to be sent to spiritual jail, but I want you to do something else, because the ultimate goal is to heal my family. The ultimate goal is to heal my bloodline. Okay. So I requested forceful healing and purging for them, all three of them, and that they're to be forcefully cleansed, and, you know, they need to heal. Okay. So what really pissed me off, though, the masculine ancestor, he was supposedly of the light. You know what I mean? He was like tricking my ancestors, my other ancestors, into believing that he had my best interest at heart. Okay? Therefore, every time I gave offerings, he was getting offerings. And anything I gave, he was living good, eating good in the spirit realm. Okay, living like a fucking king spiritually because of the sacrifices and things that I was making. But he did not have my best interest at heart. And had my matriarch not went and investigated, they wouldn't even fucking knew. Okay, they wouldn't even knew at all. So it's like, okay, now you're really kind of stealing from me at this point. You don't have my best interest at heart. You don't fuck with me for real, because you mad that I'm a woman and I'm blazing trails and I'm healing the lineage and I'm doing all these great things that a lot of my ancestors before came and they didn't do. And it made him feel some type of fucking way. You know, he just could not fathom God picking a woman. You know what I mean? He just couldn't fathom a woman in our lineage getting shit done. And so it's just like, he was really willing to block the blessings that I absolutely fucking deserve. Okay? Because I had already put the work in to receive certain things. He didn't care. He just didn't want me to fucking have it. All right? So anywho, I had a vision after all of this was said and done of the pastor ancestor in a tub, and he was angry, which I don't give a fuck. He was angry. And my spirit, my ancestors was saying how they was finna start his cleansing. Okay? Because pretty much, and I think they were very, very, very disappointed with him, because when I came to and I found out, like I found out what he did, and I heard my other ancestors say, you need to make that right. They was telling him 111, as I'm saying this. They was telling him, you need to make that right. You wrong for that. You need to make that right. Okay? So, so after this was done, one of my ancestors told me, she said, you need to do a cord cutting, and you need to cut the cords that's connecting you in toxic masculine energies in your bloodline. Okay? So I was instructed to sever energetic ties from myself and any of the unhealed toxic misogynistic masculines in my bloodline. 111 again, as I'm saying that. So I did a cord cutting, and I disconnected they don't have a connection to me no more. Meaning they won't get to benefit off of any of the fucking work that I'm doing. Okay? When I do offerings or my ancestors get big blessings because of the work that I'm doing here on the earthly realm, they won't get to participate in any of that. They won't get to do, they get nothing else from me. Okay? So, and that'll stop their unhealedness from bleeding over onto me and blocking certain things in my life as well. So I don't know maybe who needed to hear that, but sis, you might need to do a cord cutting and on the toxic men in your family. because they can very well be blocking your blessings and blocking opportunities because they don't want you, a woman, to be the first to do a damn thing. They would rather it be your brother, okay, or your uncle or some shit like that. Probably somebody who's not even putting in the work in the first damn place to have anything. Do the cord cutting. Cut the cord. They don't need access to your energy, and they don't need access to you. Okay? Another thing that I requested, that there would be no more men on my ancestral court. And the only people who would be on my ancestral court are women, and they can only be of the light, and they have to be ranked, and they have to be warring. Okay? They have to be of the light, ranked, and warring. And they have to have my best interest at heart. Have to. No fucking exceptions. No more men on my ancestral court. At this point, I don't even feel safe with them motherfuckers on my court. Okay? So, if you are the chosen one, you can request that. You gotta say as to who finna be on your court and who not finna be on your court. All right? So just kind of, sit with that, let that sizzle in your spirit, pray on it. And let me tell y'all something that's so funny. After I did this cord cutting, separating toxic masculines in my family from my energy, I was on Instagram, and someone had posted this ceremony that she did for a client, a female client who was experiencing extreme blockages and delays in her life. And she did some divination to find out that it was something similar. So she also did a cord cutting off generational, like generations of toxic, controlling masculine men. 222 views in here as I'm saying this. Okay? This ancestor of mine was controlling, aggressive, anger. He had anger issues. He was very domineering. He was kind of giving tyrant. And the fact that he was a pastor, ain't no telling what low down shit he was doing, using his position as a pastor to be manipulative and to harm people, especially women. There's no fucking telling what shit he did when he was here on the earthly realm and how he used his position. Okay? I don't want no parts of that. You can't be connected with me. How the hell you get on? How did you get in this position to make any type of decisions for me in the first fucking place, sir? But now no more. His ass is locked the hell up. Okay? And freaking Frat, the other two, they're locked the hell up too. And you know what? I was talking to a friend of mine about this. And I was saying, when you hear generational curse breaker, it never crossed my mind that one day I would have to go before the divine council against my own fucking family, my own bloodline. It never crossed my mind that I would actually have to call out my own people, like my own ancestors. You know what I mean? So we breaking generational curses by any means necessary. Okay? It doesn't, at this point, it don't even fucking matter. Like, anybody can get it. Nobody, nothing and nobody will delay the mission. Okay? Nothing and nobody is going to stop progress. So it's like moving forward, even an ancestor. Okay? If I find out that they're drilling holes in the same damn boat that we in trying to get to the other side, they getting fucking kicked off the boat. No questions asked. So I'm gonna leave that there. Y'all tell me what y'all, have you had this experience? All right. They really wanted me to get this message to y'all because I feel like somebody is being literally attacked and sabotaged by their own damn ancestors. Also, a lot of y'all, I don't have to teach y'all how to do no cord cutting. You know how to do a cord cutting. You can go on TikTok, learn how to do a cord cutting. And you might need to do a cord cutting especially if you're a woman, okay? Because one of my spirit guides are saying you probably was supposed to be further ahead, but okay. But the part that I do want to teach y'all is about petitioning the heavenly courts. If you don't know how to do that, you need to know how to do that. You need to know how to draw up a petition to stand before the council, to get heard, to get your case heard. Okay, you need to know how to do that because they make the ultimate decision. We think the earthly courts is something. 222 views as I'm saying this. 222 people in here. The earthly court system ain't shit compared to the heavenly court system. It don't matter what color candle you had. Listen, I used up all my red candles doing ceremonial work for other people. Hell, I probably used a pink or a yellow candle. It didn't even matter to me. I just needed to get it done. Okay, the intention is what's most important. Whatever color candle you got, it's the intention. Okay, so I'm gonna make a post on the community board explaining how you can petition the heavenly courts on different matters and situations that you guys may be going through. Also, I may make an oil later on that can help you out with that as well. All right, so that's it, y'all. I was gonna upload. I really have this video like uploading right now. It was gonna take too damn long. I still might upload it though for those who did not get the live alert, so they can still actually hear this story and know what they need to do. So if you see me upload this, ignore it. If you want to thumbs it up, you can. You not, we good. You don't have to. All right. So somebody say baby daddy not helping. Spiritual court. Spiritual court. You got a deadbeat baby father, take his ass to spiritual court. Petition, drag his ancestors to spiritual court. That's what you do. That's what you do. When you do that, the council they're going to get on his ancestors' ass, and they're going to pretty much, divine is going to let his ancestors know, y'all get on, make him do what the fuck he's supposed to do, or we going to deal with him. That's what you do. So you don't have to go through the earthly court system. You have an abusive ex or somebody that's abusing you. Make sure you're not still with them when you do this though. You can definitely petition a spiritual court. But specifically, whoever said that you got a baby father who won't help out with the kids, take him to spiritual court. They're going to drag his ancestors right on the fuck up in there. And the council is going to be like, so y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see this nigga not helping his child? So y'all just going to sit back and watch? Y'all just going to sit back and watch, huh? Oh, yeah, it gets real cutthroat in the heavenly courts. That's what you do. Somebody say, I have a question. Why does everyone have a different version of heaven for different people? Heaven is different for everybody. I don't, as far as I know, it's different. Everybody will experience heaven differently, or, you know, because why would it be the same for everybody? Because what's heaven for me may not be heaven for you. You know what I mean? Like, I might want it to be fall in heaven for myself because I love fall, but you might like it hot as fuck. So it might be summer for you. You know what I mean? So I've also heard other people say who have experienced stuff like that, that it is different for everybody. Nobody's heaven is the same, just like nobody's hell will be the same. You know? Yeah, but it is all still connected. So that's it, y'all. Oh, also, I think all the personal readings are booked up. I only had opened up like maybe 10 slots because I don't want to get overwhelmed. But make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to be picking somebody over there maybe once a month to give like a personal reading too, a free personal reading, okay? So make sure y'all do that. And that's it. You're welcome. You're welcome, you guys. Be paying attention to the community board as well, because I do want to teach y'all how to ceremonially petition the council. Okay, they really make shit shake for real. And they overrule the earthly courts too. So, all right. I will see y'all in the next video.